Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GT3 TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Buenos días amigos y amigas a la fecha 5 del abierto GT3 de GT Champions. El día de hoy estamos desde Laguna Seca en California, Estados Unidos.
Okay. Um, we're gonna let Mr. Producer sort that one out here in a second. I'll just keep on talking and give him stuff to do. So after round 4, Ken Copeland, who missed the last round,
Volume on, volume
now
on.
he has is my volume off? Frog says Chris, no audio. Uh-oh.
We're
Okay.
we're we are live now. You
Okay,
can hear
perfect.
us.
All right. So all of what I just said, let me see if I can repeat it. No, I'm just kidding. Well, anyway, we were at Laguna, in case you didn't know, and all of the information. And I even gave out the winning lottery numbers for the next lotto coming up. And I was only allowed to do it once. So if y'all didn't hear it, I'm sorry. I wasn't allowed to repeat them. So, that's a shame. Well, anyway, after Navarra last week, which pretty great race, Ken Copeland still leads the championship by about, what, 17 points? Over a TJ who got a really great finish last week. Parker Doom not far behind. So those top 3, it's still anybody's race. I think Ken Copeland is here today, but he's going to have some challenges facing him. In the AM class, Tanacrit still holds the lead. It's getting really close there between the next 3, Santiago, Toby, and Thampersit. And they're really close. And Rafael Rodriguez, he's still not far behind. He could have a good race. This is going to be the great equalizer, this track. With all that sand everywhere, you get 1 foot off there, it can suck you right off the track, and that could end some people's hopes. So we'll see how these guys all keep it together. Sorry for the audio issue. So anyway, okay, I've got to run and do a quick driver meeting with everybody. So if Fry, if you want to go over the racing order with them, if you don't mind, I'll be back.
Absolutely. There we go, coming up now. And it looks like, as I like to call him, Stingray Rob's going to lead us off with Kim Copeland following up in second, Austin Diltz in third, Nicholas Gomez Ruiz coming in fourth, Parker Dime in fifth, Tim Conley sixth. I think this is our new guy, right? Fabian Matchell in seventh, Morgan Smith in eighth, Matthew down in ninth, and I like to call him Mr. Job in 10th. And that is, I believe that's for everyone. 11th is Timo, and all the way in 12th is Tobias Seck. Oh, who put in no time. I was wondering why he was down there. And it looks like for our Pro-Am class, we're going to go with Impera in first, Carney in second, Jarmo in third, Toby Stoll coming home in fourth, Michael Piccanini fifth, Ramirez in sixth, Steve in seventh, Raphael in eighth, and Steven Saunders all the way back in ninth, and Ricky Burrows coming home in 10th. And let's see, Fabian in 11th, Brian Hoskins 12th, David in 13th, Gordon Hales in 14th, and Nathan Nichols back in 15th. Getting ready to get started as they roll off the grid. Get their warm-up lap in, get all warmed up, get all fresh, and see if they can make it through turn 1, which I think we will. I think the corkscrew might be our emphasis of trouble, but I have confidence they will all get through.
Yeah, I was just letting the drivers all know about the going on the green lights only, and so Hugo and Ken should be aware of that. They're professional drivers; they should understand how this works. And
you know, as these seasons go on, they get used to starting near one another. They get used to each other and their driving styles, and we've seen this in other series. That the further the season goes on, the better they get. So I'm confident. But this is a track that reaches out and bites you.
It does. It absolutely does. And we see this every season. I can see Hugo showed up in a different car than he told us he was going to be in. So he's running the Porsche Euro Cup livery. A little blast to the past of our previous one. Yeah, he's got the Porsche Euro Cup livery on his car. But at least he's got the red pro stickers. So anyway, we've seen a lot of the drivers that have shown up here now have really grown as drivers. Like just in the couple of seasons we've had, they get to spend, the AM drivers are mostly who I'm talking about, they get to spend all this time around the pro drivers and seeing kind of how things get done on a racetrack. It's really helped them improve. Look at that corkscrew. Look at that drop. Let's see if everybody gets through without crashing in the corkscrew. Hey, look at them go. Let's go. They all made it. All right. They're coming to the final corner. The Mustang is going to pull off the track right here into pit lane. Go away, Mustang. Go away. Okay, there he goes. All right. All right, Hugo and Ken, what's it going to be? Hold till they see the green lights. Hold till the green lights. There, good boys. Good boys. I emphasized it as much as possible. There they go. It's green. Let's see if that AMG power can really translate to a spot. It's going to be close. He's going to have to go around the long way. Everyone's looking pretty good here. Here we go. Be careful, everybody. In turn one. Hopefully everyone gets through it okay. Let's go, guys. Way to go. That's how we do it. I think they all got scared when they realized that if we do a caution, we're not doing another one. So keep it together. Look at that, straightening out already. The front 10. Oh no, somebody went off the track back there. Yep, just when he spun around. We'll have to see what that was all about. Who was that? That was, Michael Piccinini. Oh.
I think he just got a little loose, or he might have had a little help.
He had a little contact. He had a little contact. I heard something on the radio, but our race steward is going to be looking at that. He's silent but deadly in the background. No, I'm just kidding.
I got it.
Oh, there's another one. A Corvette goes with Toby stole. Ooh, and one of the Porsches from is that Playing Ducks? I think that's Playing Ducks and the silver cars there. All right, we're about to see what happened. I think Santi. Oh, I think Santi may have gotten into the back of him. It's tough. It's a tough track to be on. You've got a lot. There's a lot that can happen there. Ouch.
Our first victim.
Yeah. Was that in the corkscrew? I missed it must be.
Oh, right at the top.
Ah, I got you. All right.
He almost made it.
So Toby Stoll stays out on track. So he went past the pits and he was involved in something, but maybe he doesn't have wheel damage. If it's just aero, this track you can get away with driving around without a bumper. No, and around goes an Audi. Yeah, I'm telling you, this whole track is going to be like that all day. I told the drivers in the driver meeting and earlier in the week, this is a track you just stay on the hard stuff. That you're going to gain positions because people are going to do some stuff, and they're going to
overcorrect it a little bit.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
For me, it's those little sausages on the inside that you can cut the corner, but you just clip it just a little bit, and it sends you out into just the beach.
Yep. Ken Copeland all the way back to 18th position-ish on track. What happened to Ken Copeland? Did he have to pit, or did he go off track? Oh, he's fourth on the. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was looking at, and I noticed that, like, he was okay. I wasn't sure like what happened to him. Okay, I got confused. I'm looking at the screen and I'm like, where am I? What's he doing with all these cars around him?
You're not even on track, and it's got you confused.
It does. It does.
This place is nuts.
Austin is taking his BMW up to second place, and Nicholas. I think it's Nick. Yeah, that's it. I keep saying it wrong. Nicholas has moved his way up into third. So Ken's dropped a couple spots. Maybe he stuck a wheel in the sand. I don't know, but Tim Conley's thinking, this is fun. I'm going to follow you guys. So Ken Copeland, current points champion. Yeah, don't go too wide into here, guys. That's... Ah! Good golly, they're so close. Ken is practically pushing that Ferrari around the track, isn't he? Oh my goodness.
And the question is he trying to pass him or just trying not to hit him?
It could be some of both. Tim Conley, this is a really good track for him. Like I said, I've known him for a long time. Oh, you're gonna move in the Porsche. Ooh, that was scary. Okay. Oh, who do we got there? Oh no, Steven. Something happened with him. He is into the pits.
I think he might have gotten damage in one of the many instances we had at the start.
Yep. But hey, look at that. We got this race underway without having to have a caution, which is interesting because that changes the strategy some people may have had. And oh, you know what? There were supposed to be a couple of cars that started from the pit lane, and I forgot to make sure. Way to go, Mr. Race Director. I needed to make sure that they started from the pit lane. I think Austin. No. Morgan Smith, I think, had to start from the pit lane. So I don't know. I might be wrong. Well, we'll steward that after the race. Oh, someone was just off track. I just saw us go flying by somebody. Here we go into the corkscrew again. Boy, these cars look great. I love seeing the teams out there with their matching liveries.
Mm-hmm. Always neat.
All right, Tim Connolly running in 5th. So it's all pros up in the front. What's our highest AM driver we're at right now? Where's Paula? Is it Paula Tempera? I think that's his. Yeah, Paolo. He wasn't here last week, but he. I don't think he's leading the championship. I think that's Tanacrit Carney. Is he the one I think that's leading?
Yeah. We're hoping Carney, I think, wasn't he the one last week that was backwards, so we're hoping he can stay a forward direction the whole race this time.
I did have a conversation with him this week. He actually referenced there was a why is this AM driver incessantly flashing his lights, Brian Hoskins, at the Audi? Don't make me have a conversation with you about trying to annoy the drivers.
I think he just got passed, and maybe he wasn't happy about the pass. Not certain.
Good night. This is these guys are really putting screws to these cars. So Nicholas coming in the Ferrari, running in the 3rd spot. Austin Diltz up to 2nd.
We're just completing the first 7 minutes of the race.
I know. This is awesome. Look at this around the outside. Ken's going to try to go. He's going to try to cut back. Nope. I think he's going to. Oh, and he spins. Oh, caution. Not caution on. Well, there'll be a caution for the drivers will know, but. Oh, yeah. Ken Copeland. Not a great.
Yeah, he is not having a good round.
Yep. So far, I've already seen, not including this one, I see 3 different incidents that our stewards have noted. Just enough right there. Just enough. Oh, and Ken goes around with him. That was interesting. Oof.
Yeah. It's gonna be a rough day.
Yep. So I'm looking at, we have 3 different incidents noted on lap 1 between 6 different cars in the different incidences. So we'll be looking at that. Oh, lap 1, turn 5. Yep, there we go. Noted there for you folks. We're bringing some more information to you as we can and having that up on the screen for you. So it'll be good. I see Lee Murray out there, GT Champions mental health liaison, good friend of mine, and the guy pumping out all the social media stuff to help you see that. And he's rooting for Paolo. Okay, all right. Sounds like Lee's got his he's got his favorite AM driver out there, and that is Raphael in the BMW in front of Ken Copeland there. Looks like Ken just made the move. Nope, he didn't. There's Tanacrit, our 2nd place AM driver. Well, that's second place on the track, of course. Ooh. Look how spread out we are in the first 9 minutes. It's finally like everybody has come together. We will see, I promise you, we are going to see plenty of lapped cars by the end of this race. It's just a track. Yeah, it's just a track that you cannot make a mistake on it. You just can't. If you touch
Whoever
it,
can survive, you have to survive. That's who wins the race.
Yep. The one who stays on the track the longest is the one who wins the race. I mean, look at Ken Copeland, right? Like, he's won every race he's been at, and now he's all the way back in whatever position he is.
And Tobias Seck's been up there as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's usually up near the front, and we're seeing all the front runners sort of making their way to the back today. It shows you this track can just jump out and take the best of you. I know I think Copeland wasn't here last week or week before, so I think everyone's got another chance to kind of make a point gain on them.
I think now that Nicholas is driving in his pit box, I don't think that had anything to do with his incident with Ken Copeland, because he didn't hit a wall or anything, and he was just bumped around and spun. So I'm not sure why he's in there unless he had another incident. But
if they pit now, you think they could make it all the way to the end?
They only get 54% fuel, and you can go for about 40 minutes on that. So they'd have to get to probably about 20 minutes in before they're going to want to pit for fuel. It depends.
Be a strategy to sort of maybe go to the back and see if you can get some clean track.
Yep. How come we can't get the decals to be on Tanacrit's car? I don't understand why he tells me what car he's going to be in, and I don't know what. Anyway, yeah. So, just talking amongst ourselves, you don't get to hear all the fun stuff that we talk about.
I think he's just going rogue.
He's like, I refuse to comply.
We're going to call him rogue now. He's driving backwards on the track. He's doing all kinds of stuff. We're calling him rogue.
Oh, yes, that's what I was going to talk about before that thing happened. So he told me, I don't want to pull up his exact words because then I won't be able to see what's going on the track. But, we saw that last time. Don't do that. He's like, there was this race, and he sent me a clip to the video of it where this guy spun out. It was the final turn at Long Beach, and the guy was spun around, missing all this carnage, and he was rolling backwards, and he saw the cars keep piling up, and he's like, but he saw some cars coming through, so he just smashed the pedal and ran backwards across the line to get on the podium. So he's like, that's what I did. He did get spun in the final corner, so someone made contact with him. Spun him around.
I was wondering.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That's gonna get worse before it gets better. Holy crap! Holy crap! David's like, wow. Okay, let's see what happened here. Oh, the Audi came off the track, and it came across the tracks. Someone's checking up to try to avoid him. Oh no! And Tobias just gets right through in the dirt unscathed. That's Tobias, right? I
believe so, yeah.
It's his livery, I think. Oh, he's in the pits, though. Also, so, yeah, that was Tobias Seck in the pits with David De Silva. Oh, my goodness. Hugo's long gone. Look at him go.
We got 47 minutes left to go. We're 13 in, so, patience.
Yeah. I'm sure Till he's listening to the driver radio, right? I have it turned down a little bit because last race got too distracting for me. And I'm sure he's listening to that. There's a lot of probably angry people. They're like, what are you doing? So yes. I see that there was an incident noted lap 6 on turn 2. I missed that. Oh, there we go. Look at that. All right. Where were we at? Jarmo. Jarmo's been here almost every race since he was in Ferrari Challenge, wasn't he? Our first actual event. I think Jarmo was in. Okay, this is Ricky Burrows.
Oh.
That freaking corkscrew, bro. We talked about it at the beginning. It's going to be that and or turn 1 that's going to catch people out. There's also turn let's see, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6? Those 2 on the
kink.
back right. And
the kink to me can get people out.
Yeah.
Because if you get it just wrong, you know, you're going to either miss the sausage or hit it, but you're going to get sent out to the sand, and then that really messes you up coming into the corkscrew, which is just the biggest battle.
Yeah, and those last 2 corners
that
before the
section.
corkscrew. Yep. Up the hill. Let's see what happened to Ricky. Boy, I want to say a different last name so bad. Ricky Booby. I want to do it in a French accent too. Oh, yeah, just a little bit too on the brakes. It looks like he might have his brake bias to the rear a little too much, and it's helping that car send around. Ricky, if you're watching the race, see about adjusting your brake bias to the front a little bit more on that car, because that's like the 4th time now in the last few races I've seen where he's on the brakes and the back end of the car just comes out on him. So you might have a little bit too much brake to the back of the car.
Or he's got too much to the front, trying to get it to turn down the hill.
Yep. There's Morgan Smith. He's made his way up into 5th. Hi, Morgan Smith. Good to see you.
Having a nice patient race from the rear. Seems to be paying off for him.
There you go. Matthew Cheverton is new. This is his first race with us. Nathan Nichols, I think he's been around. I think he was here last race. I don't have my I don't normally have my stuff up on the screen to kind of look at that information, but there's too much fun stuff happening on the screen. I don't want to look away. Oh my goodness. So oh my gosh, you guys.
They made it.
They did it barely. They did it barely.
Oh, it's beautiful. What a beautiful pass.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Yeah, if your car comes out of this race clean, you didn't race properly.
There you go. Is Jed Kopp on the track? I don't see him. Okay. He was one of the drivers that had a drive. Yeah, he was one of the drivers that has a drive-through penalty waiting, or not a drive-through, a pit start for him in the next round he goes into. All right, Tim Connolly up into 2nd. I feel like, where did...
Copeland's down to 6th. He might have come in, or no? He didn't come in.
Copeland was all the way back in 7th at a point. When he
was up to 4th.
Yeah, it's just the top 4 have me confused a little bit, because, and I think it may have been one of the incidents, but either way. Here we go. Oh, listen to the sound of these cars. Here's your first
new guys doing.
Here.
We had 2 new guys, right?
We have a few new guys. Yeah. This is the corner coming. Oh, another incident noted. Okay. Right here. This is the one. If you catch that sausage just wrong, you're off the track. Oh, look at that! What a great amount of pace he had there as he puts another car a lap down. Just how that exit is. Ooh, look at that drop. That's so far down, all the way down.
Throwing your stomach right in your throat.
Yep, pretty much. Hugo Robb has got this track sorted. He has zero issue with this track. And look at this right here. Over here, that used to be all sand and it's all concrete now, so you can really drive along the white line there for a lot further than it used to be. Okay, Ken Copeland. Is that... Oh, this is for position. This is for 5th position right here, this battle. Good golly, we're just now reaching the... Oh, nice. Drag race. Let's go! That AMG is going to show a little bit of horsepower up the hill and down into turn 1. And I guess it's sort of... it's turn 1, but like there's a turn kind of before it. The kink, or the bend, whatever you want to call it. All right, we are now...
We got a bend, the kink.
Yes, we're a very interesting group. We like these interesting words. The third of the race is now over. Everyone's spread out. We have somebody in every corner except one right now. So we have somebody everywhere on the track, which is pretty exciting.
You know, like you said earlier, there's definitely going to be some lap cars, just with so much pace around this place and mistakes.
Yeah. In fact, I see one of the folks in the broadcast mentioning that there was that something happened with, I guess, between Austin and Toby. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine. He's a professional. He should keep it together. So there's Morgan Smith running 4th on track in the pro class, and having pretty good. Morgan Smith is actually 4th in the points, and then there is Paolo. Paolo is actually running like 7th in the championship for the AMs. He does have a race win under his belt. We just couldn't talk to him because he didn't have a mic, or it was like 2 in the morning and he had to be all quiet. Which reminds me,
a whisper interview.
I saw the funniest thing. Somebody posted this thing. There's this thing called a racing mask, and or a racing muzzle. I'm serious. It's this mask. Oh, Kanyachin, around he goes. Oh no. Oh, another replay. What's going on here? Is that Austin Diltz there in the BMW behind him? Oh. Well, yeah, that certainly wasn't anything on purpose. That's for sure. This mask it basically covers your nose and your mouth, or just your mouth, and then it has a microphone inside of it. And so you put this thing over your mouth, and you can take it, and it muffles you, except the microphone is there in the mask, so whoever you're gaming with or playing with, they can hear you just fine, but the people in the room or around, they don't hear you as much. So
That's
all of you,
strange, but I don't know if I could listen to this the whole time you guys are talking.
No. He was using it while he was doing the video, and he sounded great. But outside of the mask, it sounds all muffled. You can't really hear what the person is saying because it's blocking all the sound. And I was like, oh, what a unique idea. Who is this? Oh, Fabian. He's the new guy. Okay, I was like, I don't recognize that last name. Tim Conley running in 2nd. We're already putting many cars a lap down thus far. But Tim Conley really likes this track. We did this track in the World Cup with, I think it was GT4 cars, and that was in Gran Turismo. And boy, he just dominated that race. He gets Laguna. He does. Look at Parker. He and I were having a little fun conversation in the Discord. If any of you that are watching in our Discord, He's a Navy man. I'm an Air Force guy. There's a Marine guy, and everyone's talking about who's better. And since I have the microphone, it's the Air Force. We're the best. And he can't say anything, right? Like, he has to drive his car. He can't argue with me.
Oh, you always say, go Army.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's what you say to a Navy guy. Say that every time. Just say, go Army. And they'll lose their freaking crap, dude. They will lose.
I know.
I think the Army-Navy football game between West Point and
Yes.
what's the I can't think of the name. Let me think. I gotta think of it. The Navy's Annapolis, Maryland. But what's the name of the school? Why can't I think of it?
I'm not sure the name of the school.
Because West Point is Army's, college. But what is the Navy's college
I
called?
go for Army each time. I'm not worried about the other side.
All right, Tobias running in 9th. That was last week's race winner. And it's interesting to see that the really fast guys that have won races, they're not in a position to win a race at the moment. Ken Copeland has climbed up. What is the gap to Ken Copeland between him and Tim Connolly? I don't know what the gap is to get there, but just wondering how far back Ken Copeland is. About 9 seconds. Okay. I mean, Ken Copeland had an issue. Anyone can have an issue. Heck, even Hugo Robb can have an issue. Well, yeah, and that's the thing is they have to make their way through lap traffic too, and that can slow you down when you're being extra cautious to get around cars. But for those watching, we do have the cars numbered in a certain way. You'll notice here at Paulo's car, he's number 8888888. Oh, jeez, dude. Did you see that back end just floating? I thought for sure it was going to go around. I was like, yeah. So you'll see that he's number 888. So all the AM drivers are running triple-digit numbers. The pros are running two-digit numbers. So if the drivers are running with their relatives turned on, which basically shows who's in front of them and who's behind them, they can set it to either one car or several cars, whatever they choose. And if they're looking and they see that if they're an AM driver and they see a two-digit numbered car behind them, they know that's a pro, and maybe you let them through, right? But if it's an AM driver, you're like, you ain't getting by me. We gonna have to fight it, son. Oh, this is a replay. This is not good. Something happened to Fabian. Oh, yeah. Oh, he got really...
just a little late. Yep. He tried to send it in, I think.
He sure did, but he pulled it together. Like, he kept it on the track, so...
That's called, technically, he made it.
Yes, technically he did. He kept two wheels on the track, so...
And no damage. That's the main thing.
Yep. So far, from what I can tell, we haven't... I'm knocking on wood right now. We haven't had any incidents since lap 13, so 7 laps of good, clean racing. And look how spread out. There's some, it looks like P3 and P4, or maybe that's an AM driver behind them. But I think Ken Copeland and Fabian, is that the new guy? Are they having a little battle there for 5th? I don't know. Oh, Toby, underneath. No, it's these two. These two are having some fun.
That is pro and pro-am, so I think the pro is just trying to make his way around. But, as we've seen some of those pro-am drivers just as fast as the pro drivers.
Some of them.
As they get themselves situated, especially like we've said today with seeing the top drivers struggle. Some of these other guys seem to really like this place, and they're just having a better day.
Ooh, listen to that Lamborghini. It's the only one on the track. Oh, the sound is so awesome.
And he has been slowly making his way up to the front, so we may see him there at the end.
Yep.
I don't know if he has the world record fastest lap yet, but I know he's pushing.
His best lap so far is a 122.9. So he's doing pretty good. But a 121, a second faster is Hugo Robb. A second and a 10th faster. That's crazy. Hugo Robb is just flying on this track. Tim Conley, who's running second on the track, is still a full second slower than he is. Like, oh yeah, listen to that.
What's that Mustang always with the raw power, loud exhaust?
You know, that's interesting. We're talking about the Mustang. An incident was noted on lap 19 between a couple of cars. 888. That's what's his face we were just talking about earlier. The new guy. Oh, not new guy. Paolo. Something happened with Paolo. Wonder what that was about. Oh well. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, we were talking about the Mustang, and a couple of the drivers that are driving the Mustang, and I think it's Parker who is driving it, that's out on the track. He said, I don't care, I'm going to race it every round. They're going to make it better. And just like you mentioned, Fry, last week, that they, in real life, they're driving the car and finding things that need to be done to it to make it more competitive and getting the car set up to compete. But it sounds so good. The Corvette sounds really good too, though.
Yeah, and that's, you know, things like that can be interesting when they make changes in the real life and they update them on the game to keep up, and that, you know, it's really interesting and really keeps up with the cars. And I'm with Parker. It will get better. Just keep driving it.
Yep.
You get them.
You see, we saw Morgan Smith back there in the camera. That, I think that was Morgan, the Lamborghini. Oh, yep, it is.
He's in the pits.
He's in the pits now. We're at the halfway mark, so it looked like he decided, I'm going to go halfway, get some fresh tires, whatever fuel I need left, and I'm going to go do this again. Oh, that Corvette is still in the pits? Who was that Corvette that was sitting there? Was Toby's in the Corvette? I thought he was in a, yeah. Oh, Tobias is in the... Toby and Tobias.
Tobias.
I get that confused all the time. I don't know why I do it. I was like, that's not right. He's in a Porsche.
I try to go by last names because they're always different, and then I start reading some of the last names, and nope, we're going you Steve.
Yeah, you're Steve. you're you're Fabian. You're gonna be...
That's it.
Whenever I think of
we're gonna bounce names till I get them right.
I think of that name Fabian, and I think of, like, I don't know if they still make these books or not, but remember, like, the what are they called? Someone will remember it. They're like the smut books for women from back in the day, where the women would...
And you have that cover of the guy, the muscle guy with the wind blowing in his hair and stuff like that, and
like Fabio.
And
I think it was his name. That's what I was
about. Fabio. Every guy was Fabio.
Yep, every guy, and like it made it so uncomfortable for most married men, because you can't keep up with, like, that whole the romance novels. But Harlequin romance, isn't that what they call the Harlequin books? Anyway, don't ask me why I know that. Come on, I'm old. I know a lot of things. Oh wow, David. Let's see. That's David De Silva. He's running fourth. Is that? Oh no, that's a pro car in front of him, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Fred Mears. Okay. I thought that was for precision. I was like, that's a gutsy move for precision, but now I get it. You know, a lot of the drivers have, when we're out of the races and stuff like that. Oh, look at this. Ken Copeland coming out of the pits. Morgan Smith. Fresh set of tires, all warmed up. Is he going to have what it takes to get around Ken while Ken's tires get together? In comes the leader, finally, off the track. So Ken Copeland up to 6th. Morgan Smith is in 7th, but there's some... And there goes the second place, Tim Conley. So, all right. We're going to start seeing some last stint action. See if anybody decides to... There's no way they're not going to take... There's no way they're not going to take tires. Not on this track.
Yeah,
you got to take tires.
You have to take tires.
Yep.
I'm sure at this point most people have slid and hit the brakes too hard, flat spotted, all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah. I wonder what that incident was on lap 22. Oh, and it's between two pro cars. Ouch. I hope that wasn't, that might have been for position. That was between Tobias and somebody else.
He has just had a spectacular day. I'm sure we'll get to hear some about it.
We might. We might. I wonder how these cars are. But we've got basically three different class of cars out here. We've got front engine, we've got mid-engine, and we got the Porsche. Is technically called a mid-engine, but the freaking engine, we all know it's sitting on top of, if not behind, the rear wheels. I wonder what these cars, the three different cars in this sim, feel like in that corkscrew, because the corkscrew really, if you watch right here, this is a perfect angle for it. It goes up, right? So you get the weight off the back. You get this weight transfer that moves all over the place into this corkscrew, right? And if you don't have your suspension just set up right for whatever style of car you're driving, you might have a car like just spin because all the weight comes off of one of the tires when it needs to be on the tire. So I'm just curious what their difference is between
I think it comes down to a driver preference. I mean, I would prefer the engine in the front. As you come through the corkscrew down the hill, it's kind of like you're just guiding the car. But when the engine's in the back, you feel like you're kind of having to pull it like you're pulling a trailer. So it makes, when you come around a corner, it's like the back end's trying to go everywhere. So how someone can drive an Audi around here is impressive. An engine in front of me, the BMW, you know, Fords and stuff, that's definitely, to me, it just has a better flow. But I've seen people just fill it around here in a Porsche, which is nuts.
Well, yeah, we see the race leaders in the Porsche. So.
And how Smith is coming up in that Lambo, just absolutely impressive. That thing drives like a box on wheels for me. Not easy to drive, but he seems to really fit his style.
Yeah, he's been in that Lamborghini for, I think, the entirety of the season. Ken Copeland's been in that AMG for the whole season. We actually we've been keeping track of the cars that people are racing in for posterity reasons, but also for me to go back and look and see, well, what car they did do and which car did they, you know, have the best result in, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think we've seen a lot of people jump out of cars or really switch it up very much.
Then you obviously have not been seeing what me and Pick see, because I'm telling you, there's like between 5 and 8 drivers that change cars every week. Not necessarily is it the same 5 people, but there are at least 5 or 6 drivers every week that we're altering the car for, right? And we keep track of that because we have to put the decals on them. So we have to have their driver number and their iRacing ID and the car they're in to get them to load up on there. So yeah, we spend a lot of time doing that. But
so next series, everyone will pick one car.
Oh, one of those Audis just decided to get a little bit of sand in there.
And they have been running together the whole race.
Yeah, these guys have been duking it out, haven't they? That is not, I don't know, yeah, that's not, I see the red now on the Corvette. Tanacrit has been having a pretty good season. He's not doing too bad. He is the points leader by about 15 points, I think. Yeah, he's got 121 points, and then Santiago is at 105. And I don't know where he is on the track. I think he's running around 8th on the track somewhere. Uh-oh. No, not Ken. Oh, no. Wow, that was close.
What a save.
What a save. Nice job, Parker. Good golly, man. Well, you know what? Parker is probably used to sand being in the Navy, right? Like the beaches. So he should be able to drive a car on the beach. Oh, okay, Pix, you have to go look at the back bumper of his car. I don't know if you can zoom in on the back bumper of Parker's car. If you don't know what it says, I could try to tell you, but Parker Doom's car on that Mustang, he's got a little something that says, "If you're reading this, you're not Ken Copeland." I saw that. Yep, for a while it was Ken Copeland. But I saw that earlier in the week when he shared his livery out to everybody when he was going to be racing. I was like, that's funny. That's funny.
That's a me move right there.
Yeah, it is. There's our AM leader running in first. And he's running the that cool purple Ferrari livery from Ferrari Challenge. I remember that. I think the High Pre team used that livery for an event somewhere. I like it. You just got to get him to choose the different livery number so that the board gets in the right place. But there is, and now he is running in second in the championship to Tanacrit, and they are not that far away apart from each other. What's that?
He's having a good point day, but he's still got 20 minutes to bring it home.
Yeah. Well, remember last week he was driving around and there wasn't even a front end on that car. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. he had the battering ram on the front.
Ooh, Matthew, too wide in the chicane.
Oh wow, there was some give and take.
Yes, there was. Oh my gosh, my arms were stretched out, all tense, like watching that. Oh, I love these overtake moments. Pix, you do so good at finding these things. I love it. Folks, you think Pix is just sitting here giving us like just this pretty picture, but he's paying attention to so many other things to help bring you guys the action. So good on him. All right, Ken and Parker are going to be battling it out for that fourth spot, I think, towards the end of the race. But Morgan Smith is right there, too, in that Lambo back there. So we're going to see this three-way battle for that fourth spot. How far is Ken from Tobias? He's like 5 seconds away, I think. So I don't know. Well, anything can happen in the last 19 minutes, but
no doubt. No doubt.
It's going to be good. Well, let's see. If we're looking at the cars, we've got a Porsche running up front. We've got a Corvette. And then Tobias is in a Porsche. And then we've got Ken Copeland and Parker Doom. Dime. Parker Dime. I let it slip. Doggone it. Running there in fourth and fifth. So it's an interesting, we've got like a bunch of different cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cars in the top 6. 2 Porsches, and then everyone else is different. So that's kind of cool to see.
It's interesting with these two teammates. I didn't realize one's pro, one's pro-am, but they have been locked onto each other the whole race. Pretty much pulling the same pace.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I was trying to find out, where they were on the grid, and both of them are lit up. I'm like, one's 5th, one's 6th, but just wrong class. But that is amazing that they're just together the whole time. So I wonder if one's maybe following the other.
Ah, good point.
Always the best way to learn.
Yep.
Comes my boy Stingray Rob into the very fun chicane everybody's had fun with today. Yeah, we always, as long as he's not mad about it, I think he'll like Stingray Rob.
Probably.
Tim.
I think he said he had not heard of him.
Yeah, he's actually an IndyCar driver. That's,
yeah.
He's pretty new. God, I want to say he's like maybe his early 20s. So he's just coming up. But he's kind of a guy that'll make some moves.
You think so?
Absolutely. I mean, it's just.
I'm watching this. It looks like Ken Copeland is kind of edging away from Parker a little bit. I mean, it's significant. It's just, it's not like he's gone. There's definitely a way to get back there, but he has put a little bit of space in there for him. And then, so now I think that like that gap between Ken and Morgan with Parker in the middle is just kind of stretched out a little bit. So that'll be interesting to see how those guys pull it off. Look at all these off-track moments. Yes. I don't think you can go to Laguna and ever expect to get a 0x out of a race with 27 cars on the track and just this track's
There's not a
dynamic.
There's not a clean car in the field.
Santi has one. Look at that. Oh, you think that's from qualifying? So that could be interesting. Yeah, that's 2 extra points for that clean race. I didn't, you know what I didn't catch at the beginning, and because I was doing the driver meeting, who had the pole for the AM class?
Here.
Whoa, Tobias way off the track back there. What's he doing? Well, I can't see him anymore, but he was driving just off the track the whole time. Paolo. Okay. All right, so Tim Conley still running a good solid second place. That's great for him. He's got about a 2-second gap to Tobias, so he needs to keep that. You can see Tobias back there in the background. And then Paolo running in second. He's about 9, almost 10 seconds back from Santi. So Santi Ramirez having a great race. And if he keeps that 1x at 1x, and it was from his qualifying, that's going to be some bonus points. He's also going to get 10 extra points. So so Paolo got the pole, so that's 2 points, and Santi gets a clean bonus, which is 2 points. That zeroes them out there, and then it's just about the points, and it'll get Santi 10 points closer. So yeah, it'll become like a 6-point gap. Now there's still the fastest lap.
It's a good point, Dave.
Yeah, there's still a fastest lap bonus point out there in each class. So Santi or Tanaka or somebody else can get that extra bonus point too. I love the complexity of it all. Trying to figure out what the points are looking like. Wait till the last round. It's going to be awesome. I don't want to have...
This is the halfway round, right?
This is round 5. Yeah, so we've completed 4 of the 8. So...
Yeah, so right about halfway. So that, I mean, this race has really, I guess, thrown a wrench in some people's plans, but it's really mixed up the
shaken
points.
it up for sure.
Absolutely, for sure. Absolutely. To your point there, that was like we were talking earlier, some of the good drivers that were always up front and seemed to kind of run away were not having that great of a day. So a lot of people have taken that opportunity to get some points back and close that gap.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm still impressed with these teammates just all day.
Yeah, they're doing a lot. And what I'm interested to see is if TJ finishes in second, Hugo Robb finishes in first, and where is Ken Copeland right now on track? He's running, is he 4th in the pros? He is, right? So if they were to finish this way right now, right, just kind of how they are on the track, that brings Tim Conley only 9 points behind Ken, not including any bonus points. So I'll bring him within 9 points. So it's changing things up.
He still has the option for just a couple more bonus points, but every point counts. So yeah, this is definitely mixed it up.
Yep, and a reminder, there is a drop round. So your worst performing round is gonna get dropped. So
we still got 3 rounds to go.
Yeah, and Ken Copeland, he only missed a round, so the amount of points that he's going to get deducted from his score right now, if he completes the rest of the races, is 0, because he got 0 points last round because he wasn't here, right? On the other hand, when you look at Tim Conley's worst finish is a P5 in round 1. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Look at this, Morgan Smith. He's close. Parker is in trouble.
He's catching little by little. He has just been gaining. And Copeland's right there in front of him. So with this last little bit, he may be able to get to Copeland's rear end and, you know, maybe read a slogan.
Now, remember, these two drivers, that one in the Mustang is running a tribute livery for this weekend, but he is on the same team with Morgan. He's normally in the Mustang with the blue and the black and like the Lambo is behind him. So these are teammates that are chasing down Ken Copeland. So it'll be interesting to see if Parker's just going to let his guy through or if he's going to try to battle him off for the next 10 minutes. Yeah, that's a long time to have somebody on your bumper.
And Copeland, I think, pit one lap after them. Something. All the tires are pretty even.
Yeah. Look at this. A three-way battle still for 4th, and it's a much closer than it was before. Either Ken has slowed down a little bit or Morgan is just sped up because I think Morgan just has caught them because okay, I gotta make my screen bigger.
And Morgan's just that's what he's kind of been doing all day. I think he's had a pretty quiet race, but he has just been coming from the back ever so slightly. But he is all over Parker Dime coming down the hills right now, going in just to the last couple corners. I think Parker's going to be able to hold him off, but we'll see what happens in the next 9 minutes.
Wow. Uh-oh, where'd my screen just disappeared, folks. Hang on. There it is, okay. Whew. That scared me. I was like, no. Yeah, what's going to happen here? I am interested to see how this little family dynamic will work itself out here towards the end of the race.
And a message from Sin City Steve, he got DQ'd.
Oh no! Too many incident points? No, you can't get DQ'd.
I'm not sure what happened with that. We'll have to.
You get a black flag if you get them, but you don't get disqualified in the. Boy, I hope I didn't.
I don't know. Maybe.
What did I do? Yeah, what did I do? Did somebody hit a DQ button? I have not touched my admin box at all. It's just. Was it you, Till? Did you do?
No.
Look at that. We start talking about somebody getting DQ'd, and suddenly our race steward decides to poke his head up out of the sand. It wasn't me.
Maybe he DQ'd himself, and just that's what happened.
Oh, he just said he got He just said I got 17 incident points, which gave me a drive-through. I thought I could ignore the drive-through because I didn't think it was GTC rules. Oh, so I stayed out 3 laps and got DQ'd. Oh, Steve. Oh, Steve, no.
Can't break the rules.
Man, that's when you pop up on the race radio because our race steward is listening, saying, "Hey, I got a drive-through because I got incident points. Is that right?" And we could have got that answered for you. But yeah, if you get a black flag, you have to serve that drive-through. Uh-oh.
That's our AM leader, I believe.
No, that was our pro winner last week. Oh, that's
no,
yeah.
perfect.
Oh no. Did he really get Santi? Did Santi go around?
Wow, no, I think
Wow.
Santi's gonna survive, but he did everything not to hit him, and there's that runoff
Wow,
area
that was
that
close.
really
I want to see that
comes in
real
handy.
time. Let's see how close that was in real time. Oh, okay, we're gonna.
great camera view.
Little tap,
Wow.
little tap. Oh. What's interesting is Santi is actually ahead of Tobias on track for lap, as the AM leader, and Tobias is running 6th or 8th or something. Tobias is running 7th. That's right.
He's gonna let him go right here.
Yeah, he's like, I don't need that.
Great place to let him go. Great idea.
Look at how he's driving on this side of the track. He was doing that. Each of the laps. I noticed he's going way out there. I'm not sure.
It doesn't give you it doesn't give you any mark for that.
That's weird, right?
That is very strange. And why would you really go out there though? I guess is really the question.
I think trying to get a better angle on the maybe trying to get a better angle on the king.
Oh
no!
No, you can't go that way.
I want to say it so bad. That's my favorite thing to say. I'm not gonna. I like saying his last name. Anyway, so Tobias running in 7th, heading up to the corkscrew with Santi in tow, who is our AM leader. He's doing pretty well. And I'm curious to see. It looks like wait a minute. It says Ken Copeland is running in 3rd.
He is in 3rd.
He was in. They were battling for 4th. Who was ahead of him before that?
Copeland's in 3rd. Parker Dimes in 4th, and Morgan Smith's in 5th. Now they've been holding steady.
I know. I could have sworn it was the battle for 4th, not for the podium spot. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, Chris.
No, this is the battle.
On.
This is the battle for 4th right here, and
well,
Morgan Smith has just been working on Parker Dime for probably the last 15 minutes. And like you were saying earlier, these guys might be teammates and trying to run down Copeland, but they've only got about 5 minutes left to see if they can get this done. And not a lot of straightaways or draft that's going to help them.
Chris Ball. Wait, what did that say? I saw my name, Chris Ball, losing track of race noted. Oh my gosh. Official Stewart incident report right there against the broadcaster for not knowing what's going on. All right, that'll be a drive-through in my next race. That's what we'll do. I have to be silent for like 5 minutes and not get to talk. Oh my gosh. Now I'm sweaty.
I'm going to have to say serving his penalty, so while he serves, I'll have to take over.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. And yeah, folks, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this thing out. Let's get all the peeps knowing all about what's up. So, I feel bad for Steve, man. Yeah, we have the way that it is set up for the incident points is you get, when you hit the first 17, you're going to get a drive-through penalty. You just drive into pit lane and come out the other end, right? And then every 7 or 8 incident points after that, you'll get another one. But you'll never be DQ'd. You'll just spend a lot of time driving through pit lane if you're not careful, right? So here comes our race leader. They're 27. There has to be, have to be pulling in from practice and qualifying. That's what. He has to have gotten a drive-through, but he hasn't done it. There's something. Yeah, I think that I don't think these incident points are accurate. There's got to be something.
That is interesting.
Our race steward is running a different application. Keeping track. Till, does it give you incident points?
No.
Yeah,
and Tempera's got 20. So he's got a pretty high number.
I don't trust these numbers, because if Rob had 27 and there's 28,
he's up to 28.
I just went up. He would have gotten a drive-through and then another drive-through by now. Because it's 17 right. And then 8 more. So I don't know. That's weird.
Till noted.
What
I'm sure his The Rob having 28 points.
Oh,
Yeah, the game
I'm
is
sure
doing
his
this.
his notepad's not full enough. We need more.
that's
Which,
funny.
you know, luckily this whole race has been pretty quiet since the first 30 minutes.
I wonder.
But,
I think. Ooh,
well,
wow,
so-
that was close.
wow.
That was Paulo right back there. Hope he didn't hit anything. You know what? Look where there is a huge gap between. Oh, did he have help? Oh, he got a little
Yep.
loose, I think there, but. Oh, and then he probably goes right across the track, right in front of the leader. I'm gonna tell you that the gap right now is insane. The gap is almost that's not right. Is it a full minute to Tim Connolly? It can't be that far. 27 seconds. He could, if he did get a drive through, he probably could go through and come back out and still be in the lead of the race. If not, I have a very good shot at it.
Oh, last lap right now. So if he was going to do it, he just missed his opportunity. So
Yep.
that'll have to be interesting to see how that affects the end of the race if it does. Morgan Smith's still just tackling.
Okay, guys. So this is the battle for 4th position. Ken Copeland has got that last podium spot. What a recovery from him for the race. He fell all the way back to 7th position and worked his way back. But these two teammates have been nose to tail like this for about the last almost 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and
20 minutes at least.
This is the last shot as they come through turn 1. This will be the last shot for these guys to figure this one out. Parker he either has to catch that AMG to get a podium spot or just keep that Lambo behind him. But as teammates, what will they do? Will Morgan be okay?
Morgan Smith gets a little cheeky.
We're going to see. It's funny when you look at the size of these cars, just how much bigger the Mustang is compared to that Lamborghini. Like, look at the size of it. It looks like, look at that, Rob. Woohoo! Good job. He did it. No, that was not an excuse for you, Fry. Get your finger off the soundboard. I know.
Hey, I've been very good the whole race.
I know. There it is. Tim Conley is going to come home second. I think Paolo is going to end up being the second place AM driver when they come across. Oh, okay. Tanakut. That's right. There we go. Good job. Way to go. Tim Conley, another podium. That's a podium every race but one. Woohoo. Ken Copeland's going to come across with the final podium spot. We'll get to talk to him. And here come the boys. They played it clean. Parker Dime and Morgan Smith, they played it clean to the end. Here comes Fabian. Fabian. Sorry, dude.
First race in, coming home with the 6th.
That's not too bad. And there's Tobias right behind him. Here comes Santi. Gets the win in the AMs. We finally get to talk to him in the interviews. That's going to be awesome. That is so great. Oh my goodness, that was some kind of a race. I like it. I like it a lot. So we got a lot of cars just kind of hanging out there. There is Hugo Robb.
Finishing up. That Cheverton guy, I just want to call him Chevy so bad.
So bad, right?
So bad.
You know, it's funny. We have the shirts and merch and stuff that you can buy. I don't ever talk about that. I'm not sure why, but I tried to make team jerseys for my RWB buddies in Gran Turismo and stuff. And one of the guys, he goes by RWB Chevy, right? And so I put it on his shirt. I submitted it. They came back and they said, nope, you can't use that because it's a copyrighted. Like, what's copyrighted? And they said Chevy. I'm like, but that's his player name, and he owns yeah. And I said, and then I responded back. I said, what if Chevy Chase wanted it? What would you do
that's
then?
what I was gonna say. It's not Chevy, it's Chevy. You're pronouncing it wrong, as I do
look at
on a
it.
daily basis with other people's names.
Look at that. Way to go, Santi. All right. Well, let's see. Let's go see. I see.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, you can.
there you go.
Yes.
You can break your car now.
Yeah, break it. Go for it. Yay. Somebody's getting me mad. Should I hit the DQ button on him? Just. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Oh man. So let's see. We need to get him into this room. There, he's there. TJ's there. Hugo's there. So we just need Ken Copeland, and we'll have the four we need to have a cool conversation with. Oh, that was an eventful round. I like it.
Fun.
So there we go. On the track, the race results, Hugo Robb gets the win by 30 seconds over Tim Conley, who was then 5 seconds ahead of Ken Copeland. And then, of course, we see Parker Diamond, Morgan Smith. We talked about them for a long while as we watched them battle out for that 4th spot. Fabian comes in 6th. Awesome. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep, Fabian comes in 6th. Tobias comes home 7th. And Santi, 8th on the track, 1st in the AM class, about a minute behind those guys. Matthew Cheverton comes home in 9th. He is 2nd place in the AMs. 3rd place in the AMs, Tanakrit Carney, who comes home 10th on the track. And then we work our way down. Michael Piccanini come homes? Yes, Christ. Okay. He comes home in 11th place, followed by Timo, Paolo, Jarmo, David, Steven Saunders, Kanyachin, Fabian, Brian, and Steve come home 20th. And we got to think about 6 or 7 more drivers that, but I don't know if they all finished the race. Steve Susanna, 13 laps down. And then we have Rafael. Oh, you know what? He's 23 laps down. How did that happen? I saw him racing out there. Interesting. So we have a lot of cars that were several laps down. We did 44 laps. So as long as they got more than 22 laps, their points will count. So everybody below 22 laps or more than 22 laps will likely not get any points for the race. But still, they were here. Awesome. So let's first start off with the guy I have been waiting to get into this booth since the series started, and that is Santi. Yeah, boo. Look at you go, man.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome.
Dude, you did it. Great race. You kept. We saw that scary moment in turn 1 with you and Tobias. That was really, really close. But for the most part, it seems like you just kind of had a race out on the track by yourself a lot of the time. Yeah.
A little bit. I'm looking at the chat and seeing Tobias's ping. Allegedly, he's saying I wrecked him, but you guys told me I'll have to go watch the replay there. But after I got through the first lap, it was smooth inputs, brake, acceleration, and turning. And then towards the end, when the pros were around, I knew which race was mine and which one wasn't. So a couple of times in which Tobias was on my rear end, and there was no reason to try to wreck both of us and keep P7 instead of P8. I was racing my race and letting them go by. So, yeah, excited for it. Been on podium. I think this is the 3rd with first win. So appreciate it. Appreciate all the support and what you guys put on here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. It's what the heck? Oh, sorry. The video that Pix has going right now was just kind of fun watching a car explode and come back together again. That was good stuff. Love computers. So Santiago, good job. Any shout outs to your team, your family, friends, sponsors, anything?
Yeah, of course. Shout out to Team High Priest in Ray City. Of course, always representing. And then my family, my wife, for letting me race while we have a 3-month-old baby girl. So minimal practice, but we get out here and try to do our best.
Is that is it a baby girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. So good luck charm right there, right?
Absolutely. Always, every day.
Awesome. Okay.
See.
Okay. I see a little secret language happening here. No, nothing secret about it. I just don't know what it means. I'm assuming it was a congratulations. So good job. Good job, Santi.
Thanks, guys. Good job to the pros.
Yeah, no kidding. Where is? Do we not have Ken in here? We have somebody else here that shouldn't be here. I'm not sure what they're here for, but all right. Well, we don't have Ken Copeland here with us. Maybe we'll come back to him and we'll just talk to my man Tim. Tim, way to go, dude! Second place. Second place. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
man. Yeah,
Podium again.
yeah. It was pretty rad. Didn't start where I should have, and still got up on a podium, which is always rad.
Yeah, that was the cleanest start that we've had this season. We didn't have to yellow flag anything. Everyone was patient through turn one. I don't know if my driver meeting at the beginning of the pace lap helped.
It helps. It always helps to just get a little reminder out there for the group. But yeah, I got a little fortunate. Ken got one of those weird incidents where he bumped the Ferrari in front of him and it pitted both of them immediately. So it shot him and the other Ferrari. Was able to avoid that and get me up to the podium, and then third place. And then Austin unfortunately had a lap car kind of get loose and rotate in one of the high speed turns and clip his back bumper, and then that put me up to second. And then I was just hoping to hold on to that. There was no catching Hugo. That dude was a second faster than all of us every flipping lap. It was annoying. Super annoying.
It was annoying.
It was really annoying. Yeah. Yeah. You're an annoying person, Hugo. No.
That's
That's
funny.
why they call him Stingray Rob.
Stingray Rob. No, but it was an awesome race. This track is definitely, once the tires get above like 202, 203, or 2, if they approach 205, it just the car starts sliding and you lose a lot of lap time. So it's certainly trying to find a balance of not cooking the brakes. And yeah, it was a good driving experience today. Well, I think a lot of people learned a little something in an hour race.
Yeah, we definitely saw a lot of great battles happening. We saw some unfortunate incidents happen as well. It's just part of racing. That kind of stuff just happens. So
Yep.
Awesome. Well, good job, man.
Thank you.
Shout outs before we let you run off. I'm sure you have a Saturday to get yourself started on. Take the dogs for a walk.
Yeah. Cheers to everybody racing. For the most part, I mean, I saw Till having to put up incident will be reviewed. Incident will be reviewed. So it looked like there was a few little things here and there as they were popping up, but overall, great amount of drivers showed up. Only a few quit out of frustration. And everybody kind of ran hard and ran fast. So congrats to Ken on third, and of course to Hugo for just like dominating everything today. That was pretty rad to watch. So congratulations to them. Cheers. Have a good rest of your weekend, and stay out of trouble or get into trouble.
Thanks, Timmy.
Yep. See you guys.
See you. Congratulations again.
Thanks, y'all. Bye.
All right. And so last but not least, we've got Hugo Rob. Yeah, boy. Hugo Rob, I think is this your first win? I think maybe you had one somewhere.
No, it's the first.
It is the first. You've been up there a bunch of times, but I think I remember the first time I saw you was in the Ferrari Challenge at Sebring. Is for some reason is my brain.
No,
but
it was Spa in the Porsche Euro Cup.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, you did it, man. You got the W. You came through with that beautiful livery.
Thank you.
Yep. And man, like Tim said, you were just like, where did all that come from? You were just like 100% faster than every living person on the track. It was crazy, man.
I don't know.
A track that you have raced at 1,000,000 times or what?
To be honest, I actually hate this track. I actually absolutely despise this track. So.
Oh my gosh! Like, I'm gonna go faster and get it over with sooner. Oh my gosh, he hates this track and he beats everybody by a country mile. Oh my goodness.
I actually didn't know that I was racing until like 3 hours before the race. So I had 3 hours of practice before this as well.
Huh. I guess you're a pretty good race driver.
and no setup. So whoever made the fixed setup, you're the GOAT.
The fixed setup is the iRacing fixed setup. So
Correct.
wow, look at that. Well, okay.
All I changed was the brake pads to low friction. Otherwise,
Interesting.
everything is fixed.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's pretty awesome. You had a pretty steady race. You got out front and like never looked back. I think you got a full second within the first lap. And after
Yeah.
that, it was like the only thing you had to worry about is whoever you caught at the end of the race, you know? Wow.
I think it was like lap 5. I turned on my music and just had a Sunday drive, I guess.
So now everybody else that was racing is just sitting here going, what a jerk. He's just listening to music. He hates the track and he killed everybody. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. Oh man. Well, congratulations, bud. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
And I think our producer had a question. Oh, nope, he doesn't. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. So next week, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about next week's race?
I'm not 100% sure I'll make it. I'll try. Hopefully not another miss it by 2 minutes.
Oh, that's right. That was you last week. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, but next week's race is probably going to be everybody's favorite race. I mean, everybody loves Bathurst, right? Like, so
Bathurst is a
hopefully,
lot of fun.
yeah, hopefully you'll make it in time to be there for that one because that'll be a load of fun for
Yeah.
sure. Oh my goodness. Well, any shout outs, my friend?
To the person that made the setup, of course, you guys.
Oh, we didn't make the setup.
No.
I'll take credit for it, sure.
And half of the game, totally taking credit for it.
There you go. There you go. Awesome. Well, thanks, Hugo, for coming on by.
Way to go, dude.
Thank you. Take care, boys.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Just to confirm the stuff about the incidents, we have only 2 post-race penalties by the sim. We'll still check all of the incidents. 45 seconds for Ricky Burrows and 35 seconds for Steve Susanna.
Ah, okay. Did everybody hear him say that? Did you? Okay, good. It's like, do I need to repeat it? Wow, I wonder what those were for. Maybe they didn't do a drive-through, or they must have had a drive-through penalty that they didn't do, or something. But
I believe they had a lot of off-track incidents and incidences, and it was just a day.
yep, it was just a day. But anyway, well, folks, that was a lot of fun. Till was hard at work. I'm looking at the stewarding notes, and there's a few things going on there. There's a total of 12 incidents that our race steward noticed for the race, which seems okay considering the track that we're on, right? And we'll review some of those, and of course, drivers can submit their incident reports if they feel it's necessary. And so we'll be going over those, folks, and we'll get the details out when we can. I did want to quickly is I wanted to see what the incident points really were for some of the cars, because it seemed like that it was just all off, right? Like on the incident points. Okay, moving on. All right. Well, next week, folks, we're gonna be at Bathurst. We just finally got Laguna Seca out of the way, so we're gonna leave the U.S. and the sandy beaches of Laguna Seca, and we're gonna head over to Australia and race on the mountain. Oh my gosh, people! If you don't even know what this means, this track is one of the most iconic tracks. They run so many different kinds of events there, most notably the supercars race there, and other people and stuff. But this track is just, it's a doozy. I mean, first getting up the hill, there's a lot of sharp corners to get up the hill to the top. Then you got a lot of windy road coming down into Forest Elbow, which then is just this long straight with a kink at the end of it. And and they call it Conrod Straight, just in case you want to know, because a lot of people, you get that car all the way wound out and those connecting rods just snap in your motor. So that's where it gets its nickname from. We can talk about more about that when you come back next week and visit us there. And then you can catch us at Le Mans and Daytona. So 3 races left. Only 3 picks. Ugh, I'm sad. I'm sad. I want to do more. And we will be announcing our new series soon, people. So just pay attention to our socials, things like that. Later this afternoon, in about 5.5 hours from now, we will be running in Gran Turismo. We'll be running the Super GTC. We're round 3 at Atopolis, and it is a tire eater track, and it's going to be interesting to see how the drivers manage their way through. As the winner of that championship will also get one of those winners coins, just like the ones we get here for the Pro and AMs. So come watch us, check it out, hit the little bell there, and subscribe so that you know when we go live the next time, because we want to share our love of racing with you. All right. Well, yeah, there they are. There they are. There's those coins. Oh, they're so pretty and hefty. They're pretty awesome. All right. Well, I'm Chris doing your play-by-play, and Jason was with us. He goes by Fry, and he's pretty fry for a white guy. Put up. Oh, no, he did it. Oh, we almost made it through. We almost made it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Anyway, he was there helping with the commentary, picks, running the cameras, running everything that you see on the track, and keeping track of all the stuff.
Button does.
No, I'm not letting you talk. You said your words with the sound bars. Hey, Tom, I'm grateful for you, man. Hope you feel better. Until, thank you for all you did in the background there, keeping track of things you see on the track and reviewing and looking at things. So we appreciate you. And of course, we appreciate all of you showing up here, supporting us here at GTC TV and seeing the racing action. So like, subscribe, share, do all the things you know we need to do to help us continue to grow and reach more of our people. And with that, we'll leave you all with a big have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a 5th grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.